Hello, folks. This is Kevin from Good Day, Good Prayers. Today I have a message, but it's not just to everybody. I do want everyone to hear it, but it is to my daughter. I have two daughters. One of them is going to be 50 here before long, and the other one is 47, soon to become 48. And I want to talk to my oldest daughter. And so here it is. You, daughter, and I'm not going to give her name, you have said some very nasty things about your mother and I. You have deeply hurt your mother's feelings. Now, I understand because of the fact that you listen to people who don't have your best interest at heart, and they never will. But you have decided to believe them over your parents. It's kind of a sad situation because the only thing that your mother and I ever wanted to do was to protect you because we love you. And now you have gone ahead and have disowned your father. To a certain degree, you have disowned your mother, but you're still on speaking terms with her as long as she doesn't say anything that you disagree with. Unfortunately, that's the way it usually is. If somebody says something that you disagree with, you go crazy. And that's really sad. Now, I know that there have been times that I've kind of laughed about some of the things you've said, and that probably hurts your feelings. But the only thing that I ever wanted to do was to protect you from the people that you have sided with. Those people do not have your best interest at heart, and they never will. That's all I had at heart was your best interest. I wanted to protect you. I wanted to keep you from having some of the things happen to you that have happened to you. And I won't go into that either, especially not publicly. One of the things that I feel good about is that we do not have communication, because when you communicate, you have a tendency to yell. And that's ridiculous. You cannot have an adult conversation without yelling and getting out of control. And I understand that because of the fact that I was once where you are. I was once a massive liberal, a bleeding heart liberal, and I hated conservatism with a passion. But I had a little bit of opportunity, not only to hear from God, but I had an opportunity to research over the last 34 years, and I've had an opportunity to see what the truth actually is. And I know for a fact that the people on that liberal side do not want America to survive. That's why they sign contracts to destroy humanity in America. They don't want to just take over America. There are some people out there that will tell you that all they want to do is to take over America and control the citizenry. No, they don't. The days of doing that are over. By December 31st of 2024, there was to be nobody left in America. That was the plan. And those of us who are on the conservative side, which I happen to be on and have been for 30-some years now, we have won, and we're going to continue to win. And the reason we're going to continue to win is because we're going to do the will of the Lord, someone that you don't even believe in. Now, there's going to come a day that you're going to want to get back into our good graces. You're going to come to the realization that you backed the wrong horse and that the things that you said about us were wrong. And that's kind of a shame, because when you say something, even something that isn't good, you should believe in it to the point where you will never retract it. But you're going to have to retract it, because you're going to come to the realization that what you said was wrong. And I know what you'll do. You will do what you have been doing, and that is to deny that you ever said anything. Unfortunately, what you have said is there on Facebook, and it's there on Messenger. And it's unfortunate that unless you erase those things, it's going to be there for everyone to see. I'm not going to take copies of those things. And the reason I'm not going to take copies of those things is because of the fact that I'm going to give you the privacy and the opportunity to make it right. And I won't do that to you. I'm not going to tell anybody what your name is or any of those kinds of things either, because I want you to have the dignity that you have not afforded to me. The reason for that is because you're my daughter and I love you. There's going to come a day when you're going to want to get back into my good graces, and you're going to want to be able to have a dialogue again. But I'm going to tell you the truth. It's been very peaceful since you quit talking to me. I haven't had to listen to your ranting and your raving about crazy things that are absolutely able to be proven untrue. I haven't been yelled at by anyone, and not even in my own home. You would actually come to my house and yell at me in my own home as if I didn't have the right to decide what gets said in my own house. And that's kind of sad. But you haven't visited me. I haven't seen you since your grandmother's funeral, and I'm at peace with that. You haven't conversed with me since shortly after that, and I'm at peace with that as well. And as far as having to have conversation with you, I really don't need to. But I will say this. The God that you don't believe in, I pray to him for you every day. I ask God to help you to see the truth, that the truth will set you free. And I'm going to continue to do that, even though I may never talk to you in person again. I'm going to continue to pray for you. I'm going to continue to love you. And I'm going to continue to love you from as far as I can. So, always remember, I'll be your father. I've only in my lifetime had your best interest at heart, and I always will. But I'm okay with the fact that we don't converse anymore. Good day. This is Kevin from Good Day, Good Prayers, and I want all of you, my listeners, to have a good day. The way you have a good day is through good prayers, and if they reach the throne of God, that's your key. You're going to have a good day. And so with that being said, you folks have a good day.